I'm doing a Mortal Kombat video game tier list. So, with the movie coming out and the hype for Mortal Kombat is kind of back at the moment, I just wanted to do this. So, I've pretty much played every Mortal Kombat game. This video game franchise is like top 5 video game franchises or video game properties that are closest to me personally. Definitely left a huge impact on me growing up. I was allowed to play these at way too young of an age. Probably fucked me up a bit. I have never hated a Mortal Kombat game, and there's been a lot of them. So that's something special right there. But yeah, so let's just get into it. People aren't gonna, these old fucking games, these old like arcade games, I've played very, very briefly, and to be honest, there's no other way to really play them. I mean, these aren't big investments, these aren't big cinematic experiences like the later games become. So I'm gonna quick start just throwing them in the fucking tier list, and yeah. All right, so the first two Mortal Kombat's, like, I don't love going back to them because, and here's my thing. Here's the fucking chip on my shoulder about these old arcade games. So I bought the Combat Legacy thing that has like all the old games, and I'm able to play them on my PS5. However, the AI is fucking broken as hell. Like, I put the difficulty on the easiest possible difficulty, and it's like I'm on expert. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. I can't even play the game. So I don't know if I'm just dumb. I don't know if like there's another way in the game that you can change the AI difficulty, but I put the difficulty on the easiest and the game is unplayable. So that's the thing I don't really like about the old arcade games. Maybe it worked better on the arcade machine. I don't know. For purely like respect standpoint, I had to put the first two in B, because you putting them in lower would just kind of feel weird. The Sub-Zero Mythology game, I've watched it, I haven't played it. It looks really bad, so I'm gonna put that in D. Same with the Special Forces, same deal. What's this? Mortal Kombat 4. Okay, 3 and 4 I'm gonna put in C because like I haven't heard great things, and to be honest, it just kind of seems like more of the same. Maybe they added some more characters, but from what I understand, the story kind of goes a little off the wall. And then there's the trilogy. As a trilogy, I'll just throw all this shit. To me, doesn't matter. I'm the PS2 3D era kid. I'm not the arcade generation. I'm the PS2 3D ones, and we'll get to that. So all those old games, I'm sorry. I mean, you got a Game Boy game in here, like whatever, dude. That looks about right to me at the moment. Shaolin Monks, I did play Shaolin Monks. It was definitely an interesting kind of Mortal Kombat game with the just the gameplay, and it's not your typical Mortal Kombat game. I remember it being fun. Now, how good is it though? I mean, honestly, I would want to play that as much as I would the first two games, so I'd put it in B. Shaolin Monks is at least B tier. Now we're getting to the stuff I like, the stuff I actually like. Deadly Alliance, man, this game, the vibe of this game. It's not my favorite Mortal Kombat game, but it might have my favorite. Just the tone. It's the tone and the vibe. It is so dark. It's dark. It's depressing. It's just doom and gloom. But it's so good. It's so cool. Tonally, it is the best Mortal Kombat game. And I mean, just the story is kind of cool. Like the opening, this is where the opening cinematics of these games go fucking hard as well. Like Deadly Alliance's opening cinematic is awesome. That one's at least A tier. Like I said, this is when I was introduced. This very well could have been my very first Mortal Kombat game I ever played. I don't remember, but like these few PS2 3D style games that we're about to get into were my introduction to the franchise. It's what made me fall in love with it. Despite their flaws, I still think they're really fun games. They look like they still hold up. So Deadly Alliance is definitely A tier. I think that's Mortal Kombat Deception next. It just follows the trend. Follows the trend of just the type of tone that I love with Mortal Kombat. This has by far the best opening cinematic, not only of the Mortal Kombat franchise, but of any video game I've ever seen. If you do one thing after this video, just look up Mortal Kombat Deception intro, and it is a fucking, it's just a banger. It's like, it's so good. It's so good. That, I'm so tempted to put this shit into S. You know, you only live once, bro. I'm gonna put this into S. Mortal Kombat Deception. It's very nostalgic for me. I'll give it that. But I love it. I love it. Next one is one that I hold just as dearly as Mortal Kombat Deception and Deadly Alliance, and that's Mortal Kombat Armageddon. This is, for me personally, there's a couple ones that come close, but it is almost the peak of this franchise. For one thing, it is the only Mortal Kombat game that up until that point they had every single Mortal Kombat character on the roster. Like, you could play, the character selection was huge with this game. You could play as practically anybody, and that was a big deal, at least for me. It just mind blowing as a kid. You know, it's like, who do you even choose? Like, there's endless choices. And so, not only that, like I said, in this opening cinematic almost gives Deception a run for its money. I still prefer Deception's opening cinematic, but the Mortal Kombat Armageddon intro is also fucking awesome. And yeah, just everything about it. You know, I liked even the story modes to these games. They're unlike the story modes you would get now with Mortal Kombat. So I love this game a lot. It's just as nostalgic as Deception and Deadly Alliance for me. And even though nostalgia is probably playing a factor, it does for everybody. It's going into S. It's one of my favorites. I love that game. Next is Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, and this one, I admit, is a pretty bad game. Like, in terms of the story's garbage. The gameplay feels really clunky. It doesn't feel great, and it's just very broken in a lot of ways. However, I remember getting this game when I first got my Xbox 360, and it just, I would give anything to go back and be able to play this game now again. So I have to give it some credit for that. Like, you know, my brain says it's B tier or lower. I don't care. I'm putting it in the fucking A tier. I grew up with it. It's close to me. It's a fun game. I would play it now if I could. So it, despite all of its flaws, and it is very flawed. Now, a game that is not flawed, in my opinion, and I think the whole fan base can almost universally agree that this is one of the best Mortal Kombat games, is the MK9. Mortal Kombat 9, technically just Mortal Kombat. It was the first of the reboots, basically. And I'm just going to throw this shit right up in S because it is that good. This one officially, it stepped away from the 3D fighting style, which I think was for the best. I didn't think the 3D fighting style was great. And it went back to sort of a mesh between that classic old Mortal Kombat and the new style. It created a new style of its own, and it's the one that we know now, that you get with all the Mortal Kombat games that come after it. It just did everything right. It just did everything right. The story, I mean, the story, the characters, the gameplay, it feels so good to play. This game just feels so fucking fluent to play. It's arguably, in my opinion, it probably feels the best to play out of any Mortal Kombat game, and for that, it deserves to go up in S. Next one is Mortal Kombat X. I have a love-hate relationship with this game. I thought it was really, there's a lot of things I love about it, like the story is pretty good, but this started complicating, I think, the Mortal Kombat story a lot more. It started introducing newer, like more and more generations of characters. A lot of new characters get introduced that I just am not interested in whatsoever in this game. The graphics really don't hold up great. They're okay for its time. The gameplay itself is pretty good, but it just has a certain vibe about it that is different among a lot of these, and I'm gonna put it into A just because, like, I would, given the chance, I'd go back and I'd play this shit right now for sure. Like, I definitely enjoyed playing it, but it's not S tier. It's not. A lot of people would argue this is like one of the best. It's good. It's a very good game. I don't know why the mobile version is there. Let's take that right to D tier. Mobile games suck. They just do. Like, don't bother putting like a AAA or like an actual console game on a mobile device. It doesn't work. It's gonna look like garbage. It's gonna play like garbage. Now we're down to the last two. We got Mortal Kombat 11. There was a lot of things I didn't really like about this, but a lot of things I did. The story's good. This is where the game. One thing I will give this. This is where, and I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, to be honest with you, but this is where the franchise clearly, and it's a recent turn, it's a recent change to the franchise, but this is clearly where the franchise started getting ultra cinematic. Like, I'll give it that. The fucking graphics and the characters and the voice acting, and it's practically a movie. These games, this is the point in the franchise where the games basically turned into movies. And I mean, that's cool and all. Like, I like how much effort they put into the story mode for sure. Even though I'm more of an online Mortal Kombat, like online or offline, story mode's fun, but it's not really what I go to Mortal Kombat for. But nevertheless, that deserves its credit right there. Not to mention, the list of characters is great. The gameplay is good. It does everything a Mortal Kombat game should do. It does it right. It does. I still would hesitate to put it in S tier. I don't think it's that high for me, but it's definitely A tier for sure. Like, I would rather play this than Mortal Kombat X. So, and last we got Mortal Kombat 1. I'm very, very, very conflicted. This is, out of all the games I've ranked so far, this is the game I'm the most conflicted on, because there's so many things I like about it, and then there's so many things I fucking hate. For things I like about it, this is the best looking, not only is it the best looking Mortal Kombat game, it's one of the best looking games I've ever seen. I think there's a reason that this game is like 134 gigabytes to download. It took me days on my PlayStation to even download it. I think there's a reason it's that big, and that's because this genuinely, I mean, this shit looks amazing. Like, just look at some of the stills, look at some of the clips from this game. This is by far the most cinematic experience you'll ever get with a Mortal Kombat game, or with almost any game. And that already is impressive. The cast of characters is good. It's mostly what you'd expect. This is the third of the reboots, even though they kind of just carry over the story. It's like a soft reboot, like, it's not a full reboot. Along with that, I mean, the gameplay is very good. Like, the way it feels fluent, it feels good. One thing about the gameplay I hate is the cameo system. I at first I didn't think anything of it, and then now it's just super annoying. I hope to God with the next Mortal Kombat they ditch this system. I hope they just go back to a one-on-one. The cameo system is basically like you have like a backup character that you could just like throw in, and they can like throw a projectile or jump in and dash and fucking hit the guy. Like, it's like throwing. It's pretty cheap. It's just pretty cheap. The cameo system sucks. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure they ditched the crypt system. That was a cool thing with these games, that you could like earn in-game points or currency and spend them in like a crypt to unlock outfits or art or whatever. That was always like a really cool thing that Mortal Kombat had, and I'm pretty sure they just like got rid of it for this. I don't really like that. Not to mention, they got rid of that, and then it feels like there's almost an even bigger emphasis on in-game purchases, which this is the worst trend in the current gaming world. This is what's killing games, in my opinion, is microtransactions and starting to feel like a live service game. When you start to feel like a live service game, I mean, that's what's killing Call of Duty. That's why I've never played Fortnite. That's like, these fucking live service games are the worst trend in gaming. And there's so many games that are following suit. If Mortal Kombat becomes a live service franchise, I mean, I'm done. I'm done with these games. That's why I quit Call of Duty, and I loved Call of Duty. Anyway, there's just a lot of issues with MK1, from the microtransactions to the just the weird choices within the story and within the gameplay. I'm gonna put it in B tier, because it's still fun to play. I would still play this over any of the arcade games and any of the old games for sure. So anyway, all that being said, I hope Mortal Kombat gets their shit together and really listens to the fans as to what they didn't like about MK1. I think they will. I think they will listen to the fans. Here's my ranking. In S tier, we got MK9, the MK reboot, whatever, Armageddon and Deception. A tier, we got Deadly Alliance, MK versus DC Universe, MKX, and MK11. B tier, MK1, original Mortal Kombat 2, and Shaolin Monks. And then C and D are just whatever. Mortal Kombat 3 and 4 and the weird offshoot games that nobody cares about. Oh, so yeah, watch the new Mortal Kombat movie. It's actually fun. Like, maybe I don't know if I'll do a review of it. It's kind of too late for me to feel like doing it, to be honest with you, but it's a good movie. You should check it out.